What if I told you that in 1943, the U.S. Navy may have made a warship vanish into thin air? Witnesses claimed they saw the USS Eldridge disappear, teleporting from Philadelphia to Norfolk and back in a flash of green light. Bodies fused with metal, crew members gone insane, a military experiment gone horribly wrong. But was it real, or just one of the most misunderstood legends of modern science? Before we reveal the truth behind the so-called Philadelphia experiment, make sure you like, subscribe, and press the bell, because this story is about to bend your perception of reality. The story begins in 1955, when a man named Carl M. Allen, also known as Carlos Allende, sent a series of letters to a naval researcher. In them, he described a secret Navy experiment, one that allegedly made a ship invisible using Einstein's unified field theory. According to Allende, the USS Eldridge was wrapped in powerful electromagnetic fields, and for a few seconds, it vanished completely from sight, and even from radar. The story spread like wildfire. Newspapers called it the Invisibility ship. Movies and books followed. The Philadelphia experiment became legend. If you've ever heard about this experiment before, drop a comment below with the word Eldridge. Let's see how many of you already knew this mystery. So, could such a thing even be possible? To understand that, we need to go back to Einstein's ideas. His unified field theory tried to connect gravity and electromagnetism, two of the most powerful forces in the universe. The theory was never completed, but it inspired generations of physicists, and it gave birth to the myth that, if controlled, these fields could bend light, or even space itself, making objects invisible. But here's the truth. No such technology existed in 1943. The Navy was experimenting with magnetic degaussing, a process that made ships invisible to mines and torpedoes, not to the human eye. The green light? It was likely a visual effect of the high-voltage electric coils used on the ship. The teleportation? A misunderstanding fueled by Cold War paranoia and science fiction fascination. Declassified military records later confirmed that the USS Eldridge was never even in Philadelphia at the supposed date of the experiment. It was hundreds of miles away, performing standard naval duties. The real experiment wasn't teleportation. It was psychological. A mix of secrecy, coincidence, and public fear created one of the biggest myths of the 20th century. Still, the story persists because it taps into something deeper. Our obsession with hidden technology, government secrets, and the thin line between science and science fiction. If you think governments might still be hiding real experiments like this, hit like, and let's see how many believe the truth is still classified. Here's where it gets interesting. While the 1943 story was a hoax, modern physics has actually achieved a form of partial invisibility. Using metamaterials, engineered structures that can bend light, scientists have made small objects nearly disappear from specific angles. It's not magic, it's math. These invisibility cloaks are still experimental, but they prove that the idea behind the Philadelphia legend wasn't completely impossible, just ahead of its time. So, was the Philadelphia experiment real? No warship ever vanished. No teleportation happened. But the story? It refuses to die, because deep down we all want to believe there's more out there, technologies we can't yet comprehend, and truths hidden just beyond the veil of what's visible. Maybe invisibility isn't about bending light. Maybe it's about how easily truth itself can disappear. If this story fascinated you, press like, subscribe, and ring the bell, because next time we're going even deeper into the hidden experiments the world was never meant to see.